Welcome back to the channel and the first video of 2025. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and are ready for another great year ahead. Our first video for 2025 is going to be working on my outdoor metal statues, creatures, whatever you call them. First one is my ant band. Now I've come up with a few. Adamant has already been taken, so I need a name for my ant band. It's going in the pool area, so working with water, I was thinking boy ant. Fab Four's been taken, so I can't call them the Fab Four. So I'm trying to work on a name that's got ant in it. So if I can't find one, I'll have to come up. I was thinking maybe the colony. So if you've got any great ideas, pop them down in the comments. I look forward to seeing some innovative band names. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean these up. As you can see, they're a bit rusty from being outdoors. Some of the paint's fading. They're coloured in cobwebs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little area up in my pool area where there's going to be a rock concert. So first off, I've got to get the band all spruced up and looking good. And then what I've got is, these have actually got garden tools in their hands, but that doesn't matter. These could be the guys that have been around the rock concert area doing the gardening and have taken a break to watch the band play. Unfortunately, this bee has lost his wings. They've rusted off, so they're also going to need some work doing so I can stick them back onto the bee. I've also got 3 frogs doing some exercises. Now these could be the sideshow, the dancers, the backing dancers, whatever. So I'm going to clean these up as well. And I also have a little ladybird who unfortunately has lost her colour. She's going to need brightening up and get a bit of colour back in her wings. And then up in the VIP box we will have my new creatures, Christmas present from my youngest son and daughter-in-law. They will just need spraying with protective coating to keep their colour. Otherwise they will end up as faded and rusty as the frogs. Looks, that pot won't stand up when they're all on one side. And you probably noticed I've got a new apron, wearing my new top from my eldest son and daughter-in-law, and I'm protecting it with an apron that I got. It's a barbecue apron from Bunnings, and I just put my shingle using my Juliet direct to vinyl print on, and I'm heat pressed it onto my apron. So that's it. Let's get on with cleaning all these up, and I will fast forward this bit. What I might do is go and turn my music up indoors to keep the camera rolling, and then I can fast forward or speed up the cleaning process, and then I'll turn the music down. I shall be back. that's the cleaning process finished, and I don't know if you noticed as I was going, this poor guy, his eye fell off. Unfortunately, there's a lot of rust on these. They're probably not meant to be outdoors in the garden. They're probably meant to be under the patio as patio ornaments. What I am going to do is use good glue to stick that back. He's actually lost both his eyes, which means I've got to go up there and see, can I find where they are? They could be anywhere. If not, I'll have to see if I can make some. I've got the aluminium that I could use and try and mould some out of the aluminium. So that's the cleaning process anyway. What I think I might do is, I'm going to have a trip to Bunnings, because I want to check and see, is there something I can actually paint on these? Or the paint's all peeling off from the rust. So what I want to do is I want to seal them first. Now, I don't think the sealing spray that I use after I've painted would do the job. I want to see if there's something I can put on now, before I paint, that will seal all of this and help to prevent further rusting. So I've got a few tins in there of like rust remover and stuff like that. But I don't know if I could use that as a protective prior to painting. I'll read the tins and see, otherwise I'm going to go to Bunnings and I will continue this when I've got the products that I need. See you soon. Hey, back from Bunnings. Originally I went to get the rust remover and the metal primer. While I was there, I can't just go in and get what I want and walk out. I have to have a wander. And I decided to make an enclosure. So the rock concert's actually going to be inside an arena or a stadium, whatever you want to call it. And that way, once they're all repainted, the weather shouldn't affect them anymore. They may fade with sunlight on them, but there won't be any rain to get in and cause rust. So the Rain-X, I have actually found the equivalents to this for the UK, US and Canada, and I'll put the pictures with info up the top. I haven't yet found the Rust Guard one, but I'm assuming, I have noticed that White Knight seem to be a global company, so you may be able to get the White Knight. It's called Rust Guard Metal Primer. So if you can't get White Knight, have a look in your paint section in your hardware store for a Rust Guard paint that is a metal primer. Okay, I will have a look, and if I find something I will pop pictures, the equivalents up there. So what I need to do first is go through all of these, use the rust remover and get rid of as much of this rust as I can. I'm probably not going to get rid of all of it, but I will get rid of as much of it as I can, and then I will come back and show you. I think he's a great example because he's got so much rust on the top of his head here, around his trumpet, down his legs, and of course the base. He's got some on the back also. So I think he's a great one. I'll use him when I've gone through and done my rust remover. I'll come back and I will use him as comparison to see how much rust do we remove. Okay, now you're not going to want to sit through all of that. I am going to use a cloth. There are instructions on the back of the bottle, but you have to peel this to read it. I did peel it, did read it, and I think it's basic safety precautions. Oh look, childproof lock. How do I get it off? I've got no idea. I think I've got to press down on it and twist. No, that didn't work either. No, I'm going to be here all day trying to get this undone. Oh, crikey Moses. It's a plastic. Ah, I see. There's a band that goes around that needs to be cracked off. And I've only cracked off one side of it somehow. Moses, you get these scissors and see, can I cut that extra bit? You can see now that my lid is lopsided. It's like your milk bottle tops or your soft drink bottle, the plastic tops, how it has that ring attached. But this one also you have to press down to. I don't know, it's just. See now, if I don't know if I can lift it, I don't know if you can see me actually lifting it as well. I don't know if you can see that, I've got a plastic bit still stuck. There we go. That's it now, it's been peeled off. I don't like these rings left on bottles. And I don't take them off and just dump them in my rubbish bin because birds tend to get into your rubbish. These scissors are not left-handed scissors, unfortunately. Let's see, can I do this without damaging my right wrist? Trying to do it without. Oh my goodness, not easy. Oh, got the ring off, and then what I do is I cut them in 2 pieces, and that way if a bird does get close to it, it's not going to get stuck around its head or its neck. Okay, let's see, using our model, how this works on the top here. Not only is it taking the rust off, it's taking the paint as well. And you can see I'm not even rubbing hard on that, just giving it a hold the damp part of your cloth over your rusty bit. I have to be careful of that, I don't want the rust, I don't want it to go into a hole all the way through. So sort of let the rust remover dissolve into it or penetrate into the rust. Oh, That's breaking. The rust has gone all the way through. That's not very good. That is going to fall off. I might have to see how I can rescue that, glue it down first and then get rid of the rust. So this is going to be a long process. I'll get done as much as I can. It's now Monday afternoon. What time is it? 2:30. And I've got until Wednesday evening to get as much of this done as I can for the video to go up. I think this video is going to be in a few parts because there's quite a lot to do with these, and also to build the stadium, decorate the stadium. So I might do it in stages. I'll do the rust today, see how I go for timing, because then I have to put the primer on, and the primer is going to take up to 4 hours. I wish they wouldn't do faint print. They've got this in bold, the headings are in bold, but the actual instructions are not in bold, and you can't read it. It makes it look like it's very pale orange on an orange background. And please, anybody making anything, when you're doing a background colour and a font colour, make sure they stand out. I see so many people use pale pinks and oranges like apricots and then put a white font on. It's very difficult to read. You need a bold background with a white or a very light font, or if you're going to use a very light background, please use a vibrant coloured font. I can't read that instruction there at all, so I'm going to have to see if I can find any instructions online that's white paper with black print. So anyway, that's just a complaint off my soapbox. I'm going to get as much of this done as I can. If I look like I'm going to run out of time tomorrow after I've done this, what I will do is I'll build the actual stadium, because the painting is going to take time to get all the features done properly. So this is going to be an interesting project. I'll see you when I come back. Okay, I wanted to show you a close-up of this. I was using a paintbrush, but getting the rust remover on my hands, I've got a slight little graze on one of my fingers. I scratched it, and that was actually stinging. So I'm now putting on some disposable gloves. These ones are powder free, so they're not going to irritate you. And I'm using a small brush, because what I found while I was doing him, you can see his trumpet's fallen over. As I was doing the rust on him, I know you see on his nose, that was really thick rust. As I'm brushing, it's actually brushing the rust off. So I'll show you on the back of his head. There's a rusty spot there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to tip some of this into a little bowl. Better than trying to squish my brush into the bottle, because then the bristles will fray. Plus, any rust residue on my brush will go back into the bottle. So I'll pop that in there, and then watch as I'm I don't know if you can see that. I can't see it. There, you can see the raw metals coming through. It's actually removing the rust as I go. So that is going to be a time saver for me to get the rest done. On the frogs, unfortunately, the problem I've got, I started doing this one and it's just pulling all the paint off, so the paint's just peeling away. I don't know if I can resurrect these guys or not, to be honest. I think for what they cost, only a few dollars each, I'd probably be better off scrapping these and getting a new set to put up in the rock concert area, because it's not removing the rust at all, it's just peeling the paint off. If I do that now, all that paint starts to chip away. So I'm going to leave these guys because I don't know, I'll think about those later. My bumblebees I'm definitely going to see if I can resurrect, because they're not really that rusty. Let's have a look at which one. This one was the worst. He's got a fair bit of rust down there on his back. Let's see what happens to this one. I don't really think it's helping that either. That's just going to peel away as well. What I might have to do with these ones is just peel the paint off, put the rust primer on it all over, and then paint. Might be able to do the same with the frogs, I don't know. Yeah, this is going to be a bigger job than I thought it would be. These are the newest I have in the garden, so that's why they're probably in better condition than the other two, especially the frogs. The frogs were the first ones I got, and they used to sit next to my pond, so water splashing on them from the pond as well wouldn't have helped. These ones were only out in rain. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that close up because I think that did a great job, especially on his nose here. I'll see if I can zoom in on the initial photo or the initial video that I showed you of him, and then you can see the difference. I can actually feel through the gloves actually it is very tacky on there. So I don't know, they might need washing with soap and water. I'm going to have to read these instructions. So anyway, just wanted to show you that. Let's see on a bigger spot on here. You can see on this guy, I'll move you over there. So down this side, you can see there's a lot of rust on this side. So show you what happens on this. Hopefully it works. It's actually made it's not quite so rough rusted. It's taking some of the paintwork off. Get another coat over there and see what happens. I think on the green one I did about 3 coats before it actually penetrated the whole lot of the rust. It'd just be a shame to have to throw them all away if I can't fix them, because they are rather cute. I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of the rust has actually completely been taken away, but what's left behind isn't that rough, rusty feeling that you get when you run your fingers over things that are rusty. You can feel the rust there. So that might do. It's not rough, so it might work okay once it's got the primer on. So anyway, I've got a huge job ahead of me, so I will see you when I get back. Hi, we're in the craft room at the moment. It's too hot outside to be doing anything. What I did, I came in here yesterday and I started painting this one. And I was just using my normal yellow acrylic paints. Now I found the problem with that was the acrylic paint's not going on the metal very well. I've got a pot of water here. I just had to use the paint, put it on, and then use the water and keep brushing it until it actually smooths it down. That is not going to work. I don't know if you can see. It really isn't the best looking paint job I've ever seen. What I thought I would try is, I had a tin of, it's like a bronzy colour, the Humbrol enamel paints. Those usually come with modelling kits, and I thought, well, I'll try it out and see if that works better on the metal. And I've done the flute. Now it's not a very good colour. I think I definitely need a brighter, a gold colour or something, rather than the bronze. That looks a bit flat. I'm going to try and see, can I get some more of these. I bought this years ago. The hobby shop that was around at the time that sold all these, I call them model aircraft paints. I don't know why I've always called them model aircraft paints. It's no longer around, and I haven't seen these in Spotlight or my other craft shop that I go to. They're more, I think they're pointed towards guys. Not trying to be sexist, but like model railways, model aeroplanes, model ships, the kind of stuff that they think men only would use. So I'll see if I can get some more of these. The other option I had was, because I'm struggling now with the trumpet, that's glued on. I'll see what it looks like painted. I might try and use, no, I don't want to use the bronze. I'd rather get it a gold colour so it looks like shiny brass instruments. I did have a look online to see if I could get these again. Now there's a shop down at the boat harbour that sells garden ornaments. The only problem is it's a very popular place during the school holidays and the parking is horrendous. They do have a shop out in the middle of nowhere, which is only about a 15-minute drive for me. I'm not going today, it's too hot. Maybe Friday, looks like it's going to be a cool day. So unfortunately I can't complete this project to do the video for tonight. I don't want to start building the concert arena until I know exactly what I'm doing. If I can't get these painted and looking any good, I'm going to see if I can get something similar. It may not be ants next time, it might be a frog band or whatever's available. I've just got to wait and see what's out there. So that's it for the ant band for now. I'll have to see what else I can do. Hi. While I was waiting for all those videos to load that I've just gone through and edited, I've actually left some out because I thought there was no point going through all of the process that I did with the primer, and all of that, because I can't go any further with it at the moment. What I did do, I went and had a shower, so I feel a lot fresher, and put the aircon on, so it's nice and cool indoors. And I've been searching for somewhere to buy the enamel paints from. I can get a lot from online, which, you know, if need be, I will do it. They'll probably be cheaper. But I did find a hobby shop. So what I'm going to do on Friday is, you can see here, I've got the Statue and Garden Centre up in Nearabot, which is 15 minutes north of me. This is me here in the middle. So I can pop up there, have a look, see what statues they've got. If they've got the ant band again, which I really would like to keep the ant band, they are cute. See how we go. In the meantime, while I'm thinking about what else I'm going to do, if I can't get the ants, I can still come down to the hobby shop and have a look what paints they've got. If they don't have the colours I want, I can have a look online. So that's not far. So as you can see, from there, from the statue shop to the hobby shop, it's only a 27-minute trip. So it's not even going to be, well, I'll be gone for an hour probably anyway. But what I might do is when I come up here, I'm not sure what part of Nearabop it's in, whether it's in the shopping area or whether it's in more of the bush area. I'll take some video around there so you can see what it looks like when I get there. Okay, so that's for the rock concert. This is going to have to be postponed. It's not cancelled. I am still going to be building something, but for now it will have to be postponed until I can get what I need. So I was thinking for the next video, what I might do is, I have been thinking about it and have mentioned it before, about doing like a seniors segment, maybe once a month. If this video had been shorter, I would have tacked it on the end of this. But I did want to show you some of the stuff that I was doing. So I think I might do that. I'll work on a seniors introduction to seniors in Australia and also in Western Australia. A lot of all the states do different things. There's a lot of differences between the states as to what seniors qualify for, and I'll put something together, and I think that's what I will do. And once a month we'll do a seniors segment, and it'll break up all the bits and pieces of craft and me trying to find another project to do. Because it's in the middle of summer, I'm really going to be limited to what I can do outside, and I'm also limited to what I can do indoors because I don't have a lot of room. My craft room at the moment is an absolute tip. It needs sorting out. I did it before Christmas and it's back to where it was. It doesn't take long when I'm messing about with stuff. So I think that's what we'll do next week. And now for the story of the tablet that I promised you. When I was doing the close-ups of the removing the rust off the ants, I had the tablet set up on a tripod right in front of the table, and then I had the Lumix camera further back on another tripod so I could get the distance. And normally what I would do is I'd take the tablet out of the tripod, put it on the table, take the two tripods in. The Lumix camera is actually fixed on the tripod. The tablet should be fixed if I would actually screw it in properly and tighten it. And I don't normally do that because I just slide it out and put it on the table. It's easier when I'm trying to set it up for videoing that I can move it in and out easier if it's not tightened. And for some reason, I don't know, heat, hunger, brain freeze, whatever, I just picked both tripods up, walked into the house, got as far as the kitchen, and my tablet slid straight out of the tripod. And it's not looking very healthy. I will show you what it looks like. Check this out. Shattered not just the corner that hit the deck, but all down that side, across the top. And in the right light, you can actually see all where the glass has actually cracked as well. So I'm now waiting to hear back from a few people to see what it's going to cost me to get this glass replaced. So there we go. Very interesting video this week. It's just all over the place. Thanks for being here. Thank you for following it through if you got to the end. If you did and you had a bit of a giggle about it, like, comment, subscribe, do all the usual stuff, and let your family and friends know that I'm here. Cheer them up when they're having a miserable day. Okay, I will see you all next Wednesday, and we will see how our first senior segment goes. Happy New Year once again. Take care, everybody, and may the year bring you lots of good health and prosperity. And I shall see you all next week. Bye for now.